My name is Steve Schultz, and I've got the pleasure of sharing some information with you here tonight. Now, before I even get into this, I'm going to tell you guys that the information that I'm going to share with you here is about a technology. The information is going to sound a little bit silly to you, and a lot of people are going to sit back and go, how in the world can that possibly be true? But you guys think about this. The Wright brothers were almost thrown in prison for being crazy when they told the world that flight was possible. Thomas Edison, people thought he was crazy when he thought about putting electricity in people's homes. People said, listen, you're going to burn people's houses down. You're going to kill people. I remember when Katie Couric on the Today Show, she got on the Today Show and she said, what's up with that World Wide Web thing? What's up with this World Wide Web thing? People thought it was a fad. It was crazy. It's really never going to work. Well, we found out that that's not true. Because we fly every day, we turn our electricity on every single day, and we use the internet. Right now, we're using the internet. And that's what I'm going to share with you guys here tonight, a technology that can truly, truly change the world. And I love what Steve Jobs said. Steve Jobs said, let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. And as you guys listen to this here tonight, I want you to just be thinking forward. And the technology that I'm going to share with you is moving the world forward. And you've got an opportunity to play a big, big role in this technology and sharing it with the rest of the world. Now, technology has created more wealth and opportunity for individuals in the last 25 years than any other industry. And why is that? Well, it's because technology has made our lives easier. You know, look at the technology that we use today, you know, with Amazon and Tesla and Facebook and Apple and Google. These are all technologies. And the more people that use the technology, the greater the wealth that's created. Now, when we talk about technology, a lot of times we don't understand it. And we kind of play it off as, it's magic. There's got to be a trick to that. And just because we don't understand something doesn't mean that it's not real. Now, you don't have to understand the technology to experience wonderful things with it. All right? You know, this thing right here, and I'm assuming you guys have one of these, a smartphone, within 2 feet of you right now. I have no idea how this thing works. But what I do know is that I enjoy the experience with it every single day because I can send pictures of my granddaughters to people. I can make phone calls. I can do my banking. I can do presentations. I can do a lot of stuff on this phone. There's more technology in this phone right here than in the space shuttle program, right? I have no idea how it works, but we use it every single day. So just because we don't understand the technology, you kind of play it off as magic, but it's like, it's okay because we enjoy the experience of it. Now, let me tell you what happened. Back in April of 2022, I get a phone call from a gentleman by the name of Jay Dollywall. Now, I have no idea who Jay is. And he said, Steve, I want to tell you a little bit about my company, and I want to know if you'd be interested in helping me build it. I said, great. What do you do? You guys, Jay started to explain a technology to me. And he said, Steve, I invented a patch that you put on your skin. And he said, Steve, there's nothing on this patch. There's no drugs. There's no supplements. There's no stimulants. There's no electricity. Don't look at the package for the ingredients because there are no ingredients. There's just a tactile pattern that when this pattern touches your skin, it sends a message to your brain to fix things. Fix things like balance and stability, range of motion, sleep, help people with stress, help people with ADHD and ADD, help people focus, help people with pain, help people lose weight. And he's telling me all of this stuff. And you guys, I'm sitting at my desk right here with my feet up on my desk, and I am rolling my eyes. I'm like, come on, this dude is telling me that all I have to do is put a patch on my arm and it's going to help me sleep. Guys, I didn't understand what he was telling me, right? And I really thought he was wasting my time. And finally, I said, Jay, how long have you been doing this? He said, well, research and development, 12 and a half years, but we've only been marketing for 6. I said, okay. I said, well, how you doing so far? He said, well, today we have about 6 million customers. Yeah, he said 6 million customers. And I almost fell off my chair. I said, Jay, you have 6 million customers that are using your product? I said, what are you calling me for? And he laughed and he said, because I want to take it to 1 billion people. Well, right then and there, I knew it was a me problem, okay? If 6 million people were using this technology, I'm the one who had a problem because I was the one who didn't understand it. And I said, Jay, I said, that is amazing, but I don't get it. I don't get it. He said, can you come to Toronto? And I said, yep. So I flew to Toronto and I was sitting in Jay's office and he said, I want to demonstrate how the technology works. I said, okay. And I was sitting in a chair and he said, Steve, I want you to stand up. And he said, I'm going to do a little balance test on you. I said, that's fine. So he said, stand up and put your feet together and make 2 fists. So I made 2 fists. I put fist over fist and I put it up on my chest. And he said, Steve, all I'm going to do is push down on your hands and just try to maintain your balance. So he pushes down on my hands and he knocks me off balance with no effort whatsoever. So then I said, okay. And he said, now I want you to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, put your arms down to your side, lock your elbows. And he said, all I'm going to do is just lift up on one of your arms and keep your elbow locked. So he did, and he knocked me off balance with no effort whatsoever. Okay. And I kind of was expecting that, right? So then he said, okay, roll up one of your sleeves. So I did. And he said, Steve, I'm going to put this Liberty patch on your arm. And he said, Steve, remember, there's nothing on this except this little pattern. And he put it on my arm. I rolled my sleeve back down and he said, let's redo the balance test. So I put my feet together. I put fist over fist and he pushes down on my hands and he couldn't move me. You guys, he couldn't budge me. And I looked at him and I said, how did you do that? How did you do that? And the reason I said that was because I thought he was playing a trick on me. I thought it was magic. I didn't understand the technology, so I thought it was magic. He goes, put your feet shoulder width apart, put your arms down to your side. He lifted up on one of my arms and he couldn't move me. And I looked at him and actually I called him David Blaine. I said, who are you, David Blaine? How did you do that? He said, take the patch off. I took the patch off, redid the balance test. He tipped me right over. I put the patch back on, did the balance test. He couldn't even move me. I said, Jay, what is this? He said, it's neurotechnology. I said, Jay, how does it work? And so he gave me this long scientific explanation. And I said, that's great, but I can't explain that to my friends. He goes, here's how you explain it. He said, Steve, close your eyes and hold out your hand. So I did. And he put a pen in my hand. And he said, what's in your hand right now? I said, it's a pen. He goes, how do you know? Your eyes are closed. How do you know? I said, because I know what a pen feels like. He said, exactly. He said, your skin is sending a message to your brain that says, this is a pen. He goes, Steve, I could have put anything in your hand and you would have known what it was without looking at it. He said, I've just created a pattern that when it touches your skin, it sends a message to your brain to fix things. And he said, the patch that you have on your arm right now fixes balance, stability, and range of motion. He goes, I've got one to help people sleep. I've got one to help people deal with stress. I've got one to help people who are addicted to something. And I went, what? And I'm listening to all of this. And I said to myself, I am going to make $1 bajillion with this. Because I had something here that not only worked instantly, but there were no drugs involved. Nobody has to mix anything up. Nobody has to swallow anything. And nobody has to like the taste of the product. You take the patch off, it doesn't work. You put it back on, and it works. And I knew I had something incredibly special in my hand. And I said to him, I'm in. I said, Jay, in 32 years of building a business like this, I've never seen anything like this. He said, I know. I said, I'll help you. I'll help you go out there and do it. Now, this is Jay on the right side. And I want you to listen to a 1-minute explanation of how Jay explains the technology. Here we go.
Hi, everyone. It's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons. but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12 and a half years of research at Superpatch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single super patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So till next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Now, when Jay talks about wellness needs and performance needs, this is what people want. Guys, people want something for pain management. They want something for energy. They want something for brain health. How many of you have walked into a room and you thought to yourself, why did I just come in here? You guys, people want stuff. People are scared of falling. They have stress issues, anti-aging, sleep issues, rehab and recovery, and on and on and on. On the performance side, they want exercise performance, sports performance, more power, strength, endurance, and better recovery. Now, how do most people get these benefits? Through drugs, through over-the-counter products. Guys, we live in a society where we just accept the fact that somebody says, take this drug, this drug, this drug, this drug. It's going to help you here, 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 here. But you're also going to have to take this drug to offset the effects of that drug. And we sit back and go, yeah, I guess that's normal. That's normal. Guys, we can offer all of these benefits in a drug-free solution. A drug-free solution. It's instant, it's effective, it's easy to use, it's non-invasive, it's non-reactive, it's child safe. Guys, my daughter had a new little baby girl on Thursday, and she was wearing the patches in the delivery room, for Pete's sake. All right, it's safe for everybody, and they certainly are affordable. Now, I want to share with you guys real quickly, this is another 1-minute video. The young lady on the left here, her name is Brandy, and she showed up at one of our meetings down in Alabama. And Brandy was invited to come and hear about the Super Patch Company, and she had no idea who we are. She didn't even know what we did. I'm sure she just did it as a favor to the person who invited her. And we're doing the demonstration. We're showing the balance test and all this kind of stuff. And after the meeting, she said, hey, I have a lot of trouble going up and down stairs. Will this help me? And we said, absolutely. And so we put the Liberty patch on her, and she walked up and down the stairs, and she was blown away. And I want you guys to see the Super Patch technology in action.
Go ahead. Please be careful. Okay, I'm going to put the Liberty patch on her right now. And she's going to do all of that again.
And by the way, just walking up and down this many times, usually I'm in a lot of pain too, and that's not as bad.
This is her 3rd time doing it. There you go.
It's amazing. Utterly amazing.
Utterly amazing. There was a study done, okay, not by us, okay, of the importance of balance. And why is it so important to have good balance in your life? Because according to this article, you're going to live longer. How amazing is that? Wobbly on one leg, ability to balance is linked to a longer life, study finds, by Katie Hunt. Wait, that's not us, you guys. We're not saying that. Other people are saying that. And we sit there and go, listen, we've got something to put you in perfect alignment. And when you're in perfect alignment, according to these guys, you're going to live longer, okay? Listen, we've got one to help people with pain. We've got one to help people sleep. We've got one to help people deal with stress. I'll leave that one up there for a minute or two so you get that, you know what I'm talking about. I've got one to help with overall blood flow and overall health. We've got one to get people moving. Okay, that's the one you just saw with Brandy. We've got one to help people deal with ADHD and ADD. Guys, imagine offering a drug-free solution for ADD and ADHD. You think parents would sit up and go, are you serious? No more Ritalin, no more Adderall? It's like, yep, come on, take a listen, take a listen. The Victory Patch, this is for athletic performance. We've got a ton of professional athletes, collegiate athletes, Olympic athletes that are using this technology. Nobody's afraid to use it because there are no drugs involved. Nobody's going to fail a drug test. Focus, how about helping kids study and focus in school and ignite, burn up to 25% more calories throughout your day by just living your life. Guys, these are the patches that we have right now, color coded. They look fantastic. We've got two other ones that are going to be released, one on March 15th, which is the Kick It patch. This is an addiction patch. This is going to be a big, big deal for a lot of people. And then on April 1st, we have a Joy patch. When you're feeling down in the dumps a little bit, you slap that on. That signal is sent to your brain that says, listen, there's no reason to be upset about anything. Now, why the Super Patch technology? Guys, I believe this is the biggest breakthrough in technology in 50 years. And we have no competition. Guys, I want you to really think about this. Tell me something better than a drug-free solution for pain, or a drug-free solution for sleep, or a drug-free solution for ADHD and ADD, or a drug-free solution to help relieve stress, and a drug-free solution to help people lose weight. So guys, there's nothing better than what we have right here. 100% drug-free. Over 1 million people are using our patches. Now, the company started with socks and insoles with the technology built in there, and that's how Jay got his 6 million customers. These patches have only been around for about 5 months, and we already have 1 million people using our patches. We've got clinical studies. Guys, we've got outside agencies that are studying our products and writing up these clinical reviews and publishing them in journals, saying, yeah, everything that these guys say, it's true. They're made in the USA. We are FDA registered. That is a big, big deal inside the health and wellness industry. Now, don't miss this, because every single one of you on this call, you know people who could benefit from these patches, whether it's sleep or chronic pain or stress or whatever the case may be. Now, if you look at the industry that we have to deal with here, it's a $500 billion a year industry. Guys, every one of our patches alone could be $1 billion enterprise. 1.6 billion people here in North America deal with pain. 6 billion people have sleep issues. And so guys, if we only had the sleep patch, look at the opportunity we had. If we only had the pain patch, look at the opportunity. You know, but look at, we have patches for all of these, which means that we're playing in a $500 billion a year industry. Does anybody want to share a testimonial with us here tonight? Does anybody have a story or something that happened to them? Kathy Gage, jump in here. Thank you so much.
I was in a car accident, and I can't believe the difference. My back used to go out regularly, at least once or twice, sometimes 3 times a year, and I could be down for days. And knock on wood, my back hasn't gone out in 6.5 years of wearing this product. I had sciatica so bad I could barely walk, and again, haven't had any problems since I've been wearing the product. So everybody should be wearing this product as far as I'm concerned. And I've got other things that it's helped me with as well. And depression, I haven't been on depression medication for quite some time. And I say it's due to wearing what I wear with this company. So thank you.
Kathy, I know that you've been with the company since day one, and I know you have literally hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonials that you've created yourself by getting these patches into people's hands. And so thank you so much for paving the way for all of us. Anybody else want to share something real quick? Kevin Murray, are you on with me here tonight, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm here, buddy.
I met Kevin a few months back, and Kevin is exactly my age. Kevin went to school in Texas. He graduated same year as me in 1982. Sorry, Kevin, I just gave everybody your age. But he was drafted by my team, the Milwaukee Brewers. And he played 1 year in the Brewers minor league system, and then he said, you know what, that's not my game. Football is my game. Kevin went on to play 4 years at Texas A&M University. He's in the Texas A&M Hall of Fame. He went on to play for the San Francisco 49ers, played for the Calgary Stampeders, and injury cut his career short a little bit because football is a violent game. And what Kevin has been doing ever since then is he runs a private quarterback academy, and he develops young athletes literally from all over the United States. And one of the athletes that he developed is his son, Kyler Murray. Okay, and Kyler Murray is the starting quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler won the Heisman Trophy in 2018. He was the #1 overall draft pick in the NFL in 2019. And now, obviously, he's doing some great things in the NFL with the Cardinals. And Kevin, I know you're a believer in this. What you're doing, working with these young athletes and getting our victory patch on these young athletes, what that actually means, because you understand that patch gives them an edge. You want to just talk about that for just a second?
Absolutely. I mean, like you alluded to earlier, I mean, the first time I did the test with them, right, without the patch, and they wobbled, obviously. It never failed. I did it on like 12 kids, and these are college kids, high school kids. And of course, Kyler just looked at me like I was something literally wrong with you, Dad. This stop playing with me. But at any rate, after I put the patch on them and the patch worked, they were all just absolutely bamboozled. They literally thought I'd pulled a card trick on them or something. So what I do from that point on with the kids is I immediately, Steve, take them into drills, football-related drills, movement drills, balance drills with the patch on, just so they can see how effective the patch actually is and what a difference it makes in their stability and their balance. Because football and sports in general is all about movement, whether it's lateral, linear, or what have you. It's all about it. Stability, everything that we talk about as it relates to the super patch, it relates directly to the sports. Football, baseball, basketball, all of it. So as I put the patch on these kids and take these kids through a series of drills, it's unbelievable the looks that I get from these kids. And these kids have known me for a very long time. I'm a very straight shooter. Respectfully, they get me, they get who I am, what I represent. They know I want nothing but the best for them. With that said, they know that I'm not going to bring anything to them or put anything to them that I don't believe in myself. So it's been unbelievably incredible. Just watching the edge, the advantage, the surprise, the pleasantries on these kids' faces, and just seeing them really, really feel like, hey, man, I really do have an edge here as a result of this. I mean, it's been seamless, but it's been fun at the same time.
Yeah, and guys, I remember when I met Kevin for the first time, we were at Papado's restaurant in Dallas, and Kevin walked in, and this guy is he looks like he could still play. I mean, he's in great shape. He just looks like he could still play. And I thought to myself, man, I hope this demonstration works on him. And I tipped Kevin over like he was 100 years old. And he looked at me, and Kevin, I know the expression on your face. You're like, dude, wait a minute. Now try it. Let me get ready. Right. And it happened to you again. And from that day forward, you said to yourself, and I'm not putting words in his mouth, but he looked at me and he said, Steve, I need to get this on every athlete in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Because they have an edge, because it helps, doesn't it?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
And that's just one, you guys. That's for athletic performance. Think about all the people that have trouble sleeping, and the people that are dealing with stress, and people that are addicted to something, and people that can't focus, and people that have ADHD and ADD issues. We have the technology to help them. And you need to tell people about this. There is nothing like a drug-free solution for everything that we talked about here tonight. And now you have that opportunity in the palm of your hands. But you've got to take the first step right now. And the first step is calling the person who invited you here, get all of your questions answered. And if you're joining us here tonight, guys, let me be the first to welcome you to the Super Patch Company. Thanks, everybody.